welcome to part 2 of the beginning ballet series. I'm really excited about this one, but before you do this video, make sure you click on the part 1 so that you are up to speed. Today we're gonna add some new exercises at the bar, in center, and across the floor, so let's get started. Okay guys, so before we get started, I do want to teach you 2 new positions of the feet and the arms. So last week we went over first, and we went over second. Now we're going to go to our 4th position. So I'm going to put my right foot in front. 4th is a crossed position, okay? So your heel should be in line with that back toe. So we're in a beautiful 4th, our hips are square, our toes are pointed out, and your 4th position can look like this, or it's a crossed 4th. The very last position is your 5th. So heel goes in and it attaches to that toe. Again, toes are pointed out. Don't worry about having a flat 5th. That's not really natural for a body. Just turn out as much as you can without straining your knees, okay? And our arms lift up to 5th on O. Okay, so now that we're at the bar, you've done your pliés, your tendus, your rond de jambes. We're gonna do our développés. Développé means to develop, and you go through 4 different positions. Your coupé, passe, attitude, and then your full extension. So for this beginner series, we're just gonna keep our hands on our hips so that we don't have any extra stresses. You're gonna start in a beautiful first position with your chin lifted and your shoulders down, okay? We're gonna come up to a coupé devant, which means front. You're gonna lift it to your passe, extend it to a front attitude, and then stretch as straight as you can, come to a tendu and first, okay? Coupé, passe, attitude, extend, tendu, and first. You can try the back if you want. I'll flip so that you can see it. Coupé, passe, attitude, extend, tendu, and stretch. So eventually your extension will be a lot higher. It'll be by your ear, no big deal. But you first want to start out with a low leg. And the reason being is because if you don't have the flexibility and strength quite yet, your body's gonna wanna do like a weird Hunchback of Notre Dame kind of a situation. So keeping your body lifted and keeping your legs as straight as possible in the 4th position is ideal, okay? Same thing, coupé, passe, attitude, keep it low and straight, tendu, back to first position, and stretch. And don't forget to try your other side. All right, peeps, we are on to our grand battements. Grand battements are usually the last thing that you do at bar before you go into center, and they can happen front, side, and back. So it's just a fancy word for your kicks. Let's start in a first position as always. The same thing as your développés. They'll get higher with time as you're training, but for now, let's keep it at like a 45, a humble 90 maybe, okay? So we'll go hands on our hips, we'll lift up. Now, you're gonna brush through the floor like a tendu. It's gonna lift up like a dégagé, and then it's gonna keep going, and that's what makes it a grand battement. So you go brush, lift, and down. Now, your leg is pretty heavy, I know, okay? So you're gonna wanna kind of sink with it because you're trying to lift your leg up, but you wanna pull the opposite way. Remember, oppositional pull in ballet. So you're lifting as your leg is extending out and to the side, and you can go to the back if you want, and then again to the side, and down. That's pretty much it. Make sure you try the left side too. If you wanna add the arms, this is your front, your side, and your back. So you would go devant, à la seconde, derrière, and à la seconde again. And always end with your arms off the bar and lifted. Attention, we are now in center and we're gonna work on our tombe, pas de bourrée. Tombe means to fall. So, let's do first position. First position is your friend in beginning ballet. We'll go hands on our hips. You're gonna step onto whichever foot you like. I'm gonna do the right side. So you step on the right foot. In a plie, you lift the back leg just like 45 degrees off the floor, and then you step back, side, front. You are now in 5th position, where your heel is attached to the other foot's toe, okay? Let's try that again. So from first, we step, plie, lift the back leg, step behind, step to open, cross in front, and stretch. I'll show that one more time. That's your tombe, pas debout, re. 7 and tombe, pas debout, re. And stretch. Tombe pas debout re is used in a million things in ballet to prep your pirouettes, to prep some jumps, to prep some waltzes, some balances, so you really want to make sure that you get that move locked down. Okay, we're gonna turn. Now, I had a special request to teach you guys how to spot. Spotting is when you pick one item in the room or one object in the room or even maybe even one person in the room to look at the whole time that you're rotating. So if I were to spot you guys or the camera, I would look at you. The moment I turn, I would whip my eyes right back to the same spot. So this ideally is what helps you stay not dizzy while you're turning. It helps you keep your sense of center, because while you're rotating, your eyes are locked into one position and your body is able to balance better. So to teach yourself at home how to spot, forgot what we were talking about for a second mid-sentence. Anyways, find something that is stationary. You don't want to spot something that's moving that's really silly, right? It's going to defeat the purpose. So let's say you pick, I don't know, maybe you just have a bunch of mats laying around in your house, like a typical home, yeah? So pick whatever you're going to spot, stand still, and you're going to do pivot turns. So you're going to step, pivot, right back to what you were looking at. Step, pivot, keep looking at it, step, pivot, straight back. Now, when we move into our pirouettes, you can stay with that same object and you can keep spotting it. So I'm gonna come to center and show you guys what I'm talking about, but my advice is to find something stationary in your home, practice pivot turns with it first, then go to your chaînés, then go to your piqués, then go to your pirouettes, all with the same object. And then when you get into ballet class, you'll be able to just do it naturally because you were practicing and now it's muscle memory. Okay, so last week I taught you guys how to do a single pirouette. You can stick with singles this week, you can go to doubles, maybe you're at triples, maybe you're at 87 turns. I don't know, you do you. But regardless, I'm gonna teach you how to do the ballet lunge. So after you do your turn, this foot that's up in your passe is going to go behind. Okay, now you're in a bent and straight lunge. Your arms extend to an arabesque, your weight is slightly forward of your body, and your eyes are overlooking your fingertips. Ta-da! Okay, so all of your turns end like that. So I'll give you an example. We'll go to first position. Tendu. Remember that foot goes back, I lift up, and I land in a lunge. So sometimes what happens when I teach beginners is they do their turn and they want to step forward.
That is not correct.
The foot that's up goes in the back, okay? So we go out, plie. The foot that's up goes in the back. And that's pretty much it. This is a much more technically sound way to land than just coming down. I'll show you one more time. Tendu, plie. And lunge. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so we're gonna move on to balances, and balances translates to rocking step, like a little rocking chair or a rocking horse. Is that what they're called? Mm-hmm. Like the old-fashioned little guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we are. So we're gonna do a rocking step. Now, how I teach this is, again, hands on your cute little hips. You're gonna step in a plie, then you're gonna go up. 1, 2. Plie, up, plie, up, plie, up, plie, up. Keep going. So now you can see how this is kind of a rocking step because I'm going back and forth. Now, I'm in parallel right now, and you can stay there just to get the motion down, up, down, You can try it turned out, and you go step, behind, down. Step, behind, down. So I'm extending, plieing. This foot cuts in the back, and I put my weight back on the front. Extend, step, go back, go front. Extend, step, go back, go front. Balance, say, balance. Say they're really fun when you get them. At first you're like, what is happening? But then it just becomes pretty rhythmic. And those are your balances. Okay guys, last week I taught you how to do the waltz, but we didn't turn it. So just to review, the waltz I taught you was the brush, 1, 2, 3, brush, 1, 2, 3. This time, today is the day, people, I'm gonna teach you how to turn it. So, you are always going over your right shoulder for the right side. That's gonna be your best friend, remember that, okay? I go brush, 1, 2, 3. Brush, right shoulder. Brush, turn, turn, turn. Brush, turn, turn, turn. So the number of steps that you're taking doesn't change just because you're turning. People start to panic and they're like, don't do that, it's okay. Take a breath. It's the same thing, you're just adding one little baby turn. We'll try it one more time. So we go brush, turn over your right shoulder. Brush, turn over your right shoulder. Brush, 1, 2, 3. Brush, 1, 2, 3. So each set, which is brush 1, 2, 3, brush 1, 2, 3, has 2 rotations over your right shoulder. Okay, good luck, people. Okay, we are on to our jumps, and the next fancy jump that we're gonna do is our changement. Changement means to change or to switch, and that's because you are switching for your feet from 5th to 5th, to 5th, to 5th, to 5th. Yeah, that's it. So start in your beautiful 5th position. Hands on your hips. Always start with the plie because you're jumping. Now, in the air, you're gonna squeeze into a super tight susu, and then in the air, your feet are gonna switch which one's in front. You're gonna land again in 5th in a plie. So, that was the breakdown, let's try it. We go plie, switch your feet, plie. Try it again. Plie, switch your feet, plie. Same mechanics as your sautés. Start in a plie, straight legs in the air, end in a plie. Make sure your foot is fully pointed and off the floor. And when you land, make sure your heels actually touch the floor. Some dancers jump and then they land with their heels slightly off the floor. That's not a good habit to have. That's how you develop shin splints, okay? You don't want those are really painful. So from 5th, we'll try 4 changements. Plie, switch, 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 switch. Okay guys, we are gonna do our glissade, and your glissade means to glide. There's 2 different kinds of glissade, a glissade changé, which means change, so a glissade with a changing foot, or a glissade sans changer, and that means without change. Pretty straightforward, yeah. Your glissade starts in your beautiful 5th position. We'll try our glissade changé first. So, we plie, brush off the floor, okay? Both legs are stick straight in this jump, and then you're gonna switch feet. Brush, straight, straight, switch. I now have my left foot in front. Let's try it back on the left side. Brush, straight, straight, switch. And guess what, people? We're landing in a plie as per usual for your jumps, okay? Plie, brush, straight, straight, switch your feet, stretch. Plie, brush, straight, straight, switch your feet and stretch. Straight, straight is a little very difficult to say. Try saying it, but it's kind of hard.
Straight, straight?
Straight.
Straight, straight, straight?
Straight, straight. Okay, so we go. Plie, glissade, switch your feet. Plie, glissade, switch your feet. It's V importante that you know that you're landing on 1 foot, not 2, 1 foot. Now, I'm out of breath. Second type of glissade, sans changer, without change. Same mechanics, just don't switch your feet. Plie. Same foot's in front. Plie. Same foot's in front. Plie. Same foot is in front, okay? We're on to our last jump, our last section of this vlog. You guys learned your tombe pas de bourrée and your glissade today. Now, you're gonna attach that to your saut de chat. Now, I know you're thinking, hey lady, speak a language I understand. You're gonna add 2 things you learned today onto your leap. Is that better? So, we're gonna go first position. Instead of doing our chassé, our gallop, and our step and our jump, you're gonna do a different prep with the 2 things that you learned today, okay? So we go first. Tombe, back, side, forward. Glissade, jump. Whoa, 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 let's back that up, because that was a lot of stuff, okay? First thing you learned was your tombe pas de bourrée, you guys. We plie, we go back, open, step in front with your left leg. Your back foot is now ready to do your brush glissade with no change. That replaced your step. Now your back foot is ready to come through for your leap. Una más. Just try it slow, don't rush, yeah? Don't stress yourself out. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, right when I did that, I know what you're thinking. What's the difference between the glissade and that other jump? Your glissade is small, and your saut de chat is a very big jump, okay? So there's your difference. Yay! Okay, you guys, thank you so much for dancing with me. So I hope that you enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of the beginner ballet vlogs. Keep your eyes peeled for the intermediate, so we'll bump to that next, and then we'll move on to our advanced. I'm loving all of the comments from you guys and all of the support, so please let me know what you want to see. The reason that we went over spotting today is because someone commented and asked for it. So I'm there and I'm listening to you guys, and I'm just as excited as you. So remember that we have a new dance vlog every single Wednesday and a new choreography video the last Friday of each month. So again, click the bell, click the likes, click the subscribe on the YouTube, do everything to stay connected with us, yeah? Thank you so much, you guys. Love you, and I'll see you next week. Don't film me thinking.
Do a spin.
I've literally forgot everything that we're doing right now.